Next up for Jackson State University is Arkansas-Pine Bluff. Okay. And Arkansas-Pine Bluff currently has a 1-6 record. They are 0-4 within the SWAC. They're on a 4-game losing streak. Okay. Jackson State will be playing them at their place, and that is where their one and only win comes from. Okay. But let's look at some of these losses that they've had real quick. But before we do, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am your homeboy First, and this is the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on some again. Hit that subscribe button, y'all. I'm trying to get to 6 racks. All right, we ought to be at 6 racks within the next, week or 2 or 3, something like that. You know what I'm talking about? Closing in on 6,000. You know what I'm talking about? So make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also hit that share button and that like button, and feel free to join the channel as well. Okay, become one of the realest ones. All right, but let's look at it. Okay, they had a loss to Tulsa. Okay, FBS school. All right, but they lost to Tennessee State by a score of 24-14. They lost to Alabama A&M by a score of 31-24. Okay, and that was at Alabama A&M. Okay. And that Tennessee State loss, that was in Memphis at the Southern Heritage Classic. Okay, Jack State fans, do y'all think we were right to get about that bitch? Okay, what y'all think? Okay, now that we out that motherfucker and that prime ass is gone, what y'all feel about that? All right, that's just a side conversation. Okay, anyway, let's get back to it. All right, so I said they lost to Alabama A&M 31-24 over there in Huntsville. They got blanked by Southern by a score of 27-0. Okay. And shit, that was a home game. And Southern came in there and did them like that. All right. They lost 42-17 to Valley, and that's the one that I watched. Okay. And they lost 31-7 to Alcorn. That too was at home, and that Valley loss that was in Itabena. Okay. But for now, from what I saw on tape, y'all, Jack State should be able, to win this game pretty much in the same kind of fashion that we won the Valley game. Hopefully better if we can hold on to the fucking football. Okay. But when you look at some of these scores here with Alabama A&M and Tennessee State, again, scores can be deceiving. I would have to go back and put my eyes on it again. I watched them versus Valley. Okay. But losing by 10 and then losing by 7. I mean, that ain't shabby, what I'm talking about. Again, I would have to look more closely at them, what I'm talking about. Maybe some of y'all watch those games. If you did, what I'm talking about, let us know what's happening. At least in the Tennessee State game, Tennessee State blanked them in the first half. Tennessee State put up 7 in the first quarter, 7 in the second quarter. And shit, they even still had them blanked in third quarter. So they were up 17-0 going into the fourth, and then Arkansas-Pine Bluff put up 14 points in the fourth to Tennessee State's 7. Okay, so I see how, like I said, scores can be kind of deceiving. It seemed like Tennessee State had total control of that game. In terms of the Alabama A&M game, okay, Arkansas-Pine Bluff put up 7 in the first quarter. A&M put up 10, so coming out of that 10-7. Arkansas-Pine Bluff actually put up 10 points in the second quarter. So shit, they went into halftime up 17-10. Okay. Then A&M tied it up in the third, and then it's that fourth quarter that really gave A&M the victory. So that might be the game to really go put our eyes on leading up to it. Okay. Because it seemed like that game was more competitive. Okay. Now, their one win came against Miles College. Okay. And they faced them at home, which I know Miles is a smaller school than them. Okay. And shit, they barely pulled that one off. They won that game 21-20. So Jack State University should be able to win this game and win it by double digits. Okay, they should be able to do that. I would be surprised and I would be pissed off if we weren't able to pull that one off by double digits. Okay. We can't come into the game overconfident though. By looking at the SWAC standings, because yeah, they are at the bottom of the SWAC West standings. But hell, Bethune-Cookman is at the bottom of the SWAC East standings. Okay, and we didn't just curb stomp them motherfuckers at the house. Okay, so we still have to come to play. It's still a violent game. You had to be ready to go out there and compete and be physical and hold on to the goddamn ball, no matter who you're lining up against. Okay, so chime in, y'all. Let me know what y'all predictions are for Jackson State versus Arkansas-Pine Bluff. Put it on something.
Please subscribe to my daddy's YouTube channel because the more subscribers he gets, the more attractive he looks to sponsors. The more attractive he looks to sponsors, the more money he can make. And the more money he can make, the more money he can spend on me.